Well, new day, new struggle bus ride. How's it treating you?
I didn't have Wheaties today, so it's showing up now.
How many of you guys have seen or unfortunately operated one of these?
It's a good machine, you just have to have the right operator in there. You know, I bought it on an auction sale way up north many years ago. I'll never forget it. The auctioneer's selling it away or going at it, and I'm bidding, and I got it. And you know what happened?
What?
I couldn't find my bidding number. Dressed up like an Eskimo. This pocket, that pocket. Went through all my pockets. And then I started going through my pockets again. Oh, and then the auctioneer guy says, "I always have your bidding numbers available when you guys are bidding on things," and I could have just about crawled in a hole.
Oh, anyways, this is antique.
I'm getting a pipe for that.
Antique rock picker
That is no
that
chance.
should be hauled to the
No,
scrap yard
it's-
and disassembled.
No.
Yeah. So this was always my job in the spring when I was, 13 years old? Throw him in the hay buster, and I've pinched my fingers, I've bloodied my knuckles, I've welded up devices to try to make this thing work more like it should.
I did have a guy, you can crawl up there. The problem with the basket is that the
It fills up immediately.
and the spring-loaded flipper fins, or whatever you want to call them, on the big wheel doesn't really flip them far enough. So I knew a guy, and he says, "Well, what I did to mine is I welded on an arm. Get up there and show him. I'll turn the wheel."
Oh yeah, so let's describe how this operates. For one, here's the
Rock rake.
rock rake, and that goes along collecting trash.
You gotta have a very nicely tilled field with very little residue.
Such as like a wheat field that's been baled.
Don't
Then it
even-
works okay.
Yeah,
You can't
even
use it in
bring
corn.
Corn stalks, just don't even come out with
You'll
it.
make it 30 feet.
Okay.
This will be plugged. Your basket's full. Anyways, so the
They're waiting
idea
to see that.
is this turns, flicks the rocks down into the bottom of this giant wheel.
The wheel touches the ground and rotates by the friction of the ground, so
Yep.
this turns. You hear that?
Yeah,
What was that?
I think it's deconstructing. So this was his idea slash. Obviously, it's used, so we welded. Holy cow! And that's how you could have killed me on some more junk equipment.
Well, now they should know what happened there. It hasn't been used for so long, so the pivot point is right here,
And it's
and there are no
Stop.
more grease zerks. So I lubed it up yesterday with a penetrating oil, and now, because we were tomfooling around there, I
has
had
settled.
I had it lowered all the way, the cylinder, so you could have lost your hand or pinched yourself very severe. Don't ever work on equipment without having the safety stops in, as you witnessed.
Wow.
Very
You
dangerous.
Nonchalantly just avoiding that. I could have just gotten severely hurt off your great rock picker. As you can tell, I've had too many hours of disappointment in this. And I will say disappointment because when it works great. But to make it work is nearly impossible.
I gotta go finish my job there.
It's not a good outfit.
Yeah,
So we drug
do
it
you
out
wanna
of the
pick
trees.
'em by hand?
We've
Go pick up my hand, and I don't care.
We drug her out of the trees now and fired her up, and the motor blew the seal out.
It's old. You'll drool a little bit it when you get old too.
All right. I've replaced both bearings on this the last time I had her out.
So we shouldn't have to do it now.
I believe the bearing went out on the other end of this once, and I was dragging that down the road. And yeah, then that flapper thing before I was trying to get killed is what's supposed to try to help load the box more evenly, which, sorry, I got distracted with watching you work.
Right, I got it here. What time is it? 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and we're the only people here. I don't understand where our hired men are at. I think everyone's got the, we're done harvesting, we're gonna sleep in, and
I'm sure they're all working, right?
sure.
Absolutely. Okay, can you turn that with the one hand that you do have available to turn, or should I continue?
So, long story short, you have to have the perfect conditions, and to keep this old dinosaur running is nearly...
Can I run it? I'll run it. I love it. Every time I watch the rocks go tootling down there into the wheel, I just smile, because I used to have to walk behind the old Melrose rock picker that we had. We had the better one. We had the 2-cylinder bed one. That thing could lift like you wouldn't believe.
You had the better one, and then you upgraded to this.
No, we upgraded to that other Summers one, which was awesome too. Still is. But this was, well, look at, you got a, what is that, a 9-10-foot rake? You cover some serious ground. It's the way to go if you understand how to work it.
I'm going to send you guys out with him and see how well it goes.
I'll show him. If I got the time, I'll take him out there.
I can just see it now, just the utter disappointment.
There might be a few occasions that tears are close, but it's still a lot better than picking them by hand.
I think it's funny just because I literally have hundreds of hours with this thing. And I've experienced every level of frustration.
Maybe you were so young you didn't know how to properly maintain it and do all of the things that you need to do with such a piece of equipment.
I'm pretty sure we filmed the whole YouTube video in one clip.
Right now. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed this episode. Come back next time.
The grease is supposed to go in the fitting.
Yeah. There's more grease wasted with grease guns, and so that's disappointing. This, I will say, that is maybe the most disappointing, is when you go to grease something and the ends are shot, the zerk is shot, something is, where's the other grease gun? I'm gonna fix that up if that's the end again. And they're gone. Where's guns? I'm afraid it's that end. Imagine that. Oh, she's really pulling. I heard squeezing. There it goes. Look at all them guys that are gonna be telling me you should have had the, well, you know, I got it and it's working.
I put a new end on. We go through more ends, and the lock and lubes, they got their place, but not all the time. Not all the time. So it's nice to have some of each set up. And then when you need the lock and lube, you don't have the lock and lube, and then you run into what Dougal ran into. She's dry.
I wonder where all the grease went. It's only been like 10 years since we done the last service job to it.
What?
She's too girthy.
Yep. I just told them that sometimes the
fit.
lock and lube just don't work.
It's too big.
Now you smeared it full of grease.
Oh, I got some on. Well, it looks like it's been greased. Maybe that's good enough. Get your little guy back in there.
Dribble it all over.
Yeah. They don't make enough rags. Oh, where's the one
Standard
with the,
tip for the win.
all right, where's the one with the grease hose on it?
I got that one. Yep, and I think that bearing's brand new. I think that's the one that I fixed when I was 14.
With this Bluetooth. The one with the Bluetooth greasers. Like right there. And the one right there. That's why it's seized up. It don't even have zerks in it no more. Okay, is that it? I think that's it. We had a new seal kit for the motor. We're ready to go. Putting them away. Let's go.
So I already feel bad about dragging the company's name through the mud.
What company?
Hey Buster, are they still in company?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'd like to try one that is like 40 years newer.
Well, like I said, everything's been new and improved, for goodness sakes. But here, this is the problem. It does too good of a job picking rock. That's why the basket fills up, because anything that does not go through these is picked. Well, you don't know how many rocks you actually have until you take this thing out. It's just the most unbelievable picking machine you ever seen. Look at there. Come out of Fergus Falls. Triple R Equipment. Never heard of them. Never heard of them.
They're probably out of business 25 years
I wouldn't
ago.
doubt it. Yeah. Okay, I got to get one more Zerk up here I found. And I don't think I'm going to flex like I need to. So you're in charge of squeezing the trigger. Oh, mercy. Holy moly, she's squeezing out. That's it then. That is DUN. Thanks for helping, guys. You can see what I got to work with today.
You think this is equipped with the original rope?
Back in the rope days. I've seen a few ropes on the corn picker back in Grandpa's day. Show them how simple it is, though. It really is maybe the way things should be go back to. Here, give me a...
What you don't like to have is when the wind is from the wrong direction and
Well-
you're dumping and you got to reach your arm out the back window, pulling this rope that engages the dumping function, and then you have to pull the rope, pull the hydraulic cylinder lever up there, the remote, and then it dumps, and then the dust comes right in the cab.
It's dead. Here now. Okay, so yes, the rope is very greatly easily engineered to the pull lever on the valve. See how easy that is? Except like when you have to open the back window up and you get a face full of all the dust. So yeah, there maybe are some improvements.
No electronics though, that's a plus. That's a big
Yep,
plus.
no wiring harnesses get pinched and rubbed through and ate off by the squirrels, and rats, and mice. I gotta go charge my battery on my flashlight.
Oh, he is here. They're both here.
We're here. Good morning.
They're going for the double bonus.
They're doing bookwork.
Here it is.
Harvest is over. Now comes the field maintenance. Look at this guy cleaning windows.
Can't see nothing in here. It's a hazard. Taco.
Yeah. You and Brody are gonna go fix some tile inlets, and then we got the tile plow hooked up. We might do some tiling at some point here this fall. The bend builders are here. They're gonna work on ripping down bends, repairing bends, bend roofs. Got a big sky jack here getting offloaded because they need that. So guys, the day's kind of coming to an end here, but just gonna fill you in here on what we're doing. Obviously, as you can see, this bend's destroyed. We are taking the rings off of that, and I believe what we're gonna do is there's enough good roof panels there and enough good panels to fix that Sue bend. So they're totally disassembling this one. Gonna fix that one, erect it, I believe. And then gonna fix the roof too. They've got this massive man lift here. So they're going to hopefully fix this bend up, which will be nice. It's nice sized. We talked about eliminating it, but it's here. They can fix it. They think. So we'll have another, it's a nice size bend for soybeans. So hopefully fixing that. And then the new roof panels for both these bins are behind the bends. So they're full. This one's full of soybeans, this one's full of corn. They're gonna use the man lift basket. I think it's got 80-foot reach. They're gonna go up there with that and then also work from the inside on top of the grain to remove the roof sheets, the damaged roof sheets. I believe only half the roof is getting replaced on both, which won't match, but that's what insurance says we do, so we're gonna do. So basically both of the south halves of these roofs are getting replaced, and then it'll be watertight. So we called them when we're like, well, do we fill them or not? Because they wanted them full. So we are either gonna have to transfer out of another bend to fill it when they were ready to repair the roof, or luckily they were able to come very shortly after we filled it. Now it's only been like a week since we filled it. It did get a ½ inch of rain in there, which is what it is. Mother Nature decided to rain, which is good for tillage, but now they can work on that, get the roofs replaced, and then are we back up and running completely? I think we're back. I think we're fixed after that, besides maybe some more wiring issues that we worked around for this harvest season. Wasn't ideal, but this is one of hundreds of bend sites around this area that have been destroyed. So as you can imagine, everyone is extremely booked up. But overall, very satisfied. We should be fixed up here in maybe a week and a half. And that fall air is chilly. Oh, look at the cleanup that needs to happen. We got to do that yet down here, but realistically, since it did not rain this fall, generally what happens is it'll rain throughout the corn drying season, and these bees' wings will stick to everything. But as you can see, it's like we never even used a lot of this stuff. Yes, it's on the ground, but for the most part, the bend roofs are clean, the dryers are clean. A lot of times we have to get up there and blow them off. There's a little bit from the humidity that comes out of them that's stuck on, but either that might rain off or we'll be able to easily blow that off. We will see, but overall, it was so beautiful of a fall, and then we were so in need of having a fall. Everyone in the whole community. It's been just such a battle the last few years with weather, rain. I suppose that qualifies as weather, but beautiful sunny days for harvesting. Dry conditions. Granted, it's too dry for tillage, but we're making it work. But it's been so beautiful. We combined all of our corn in 12 days, and soybeans was kind of equal to that. I believe we harvested everything besides black beans in like 26 days. It was less than a month. So that was like record breaking, which is amazing how smooth things can go when things go smooth.